Hello my friends and welcome to Flying Circus Models. Here is one more unusual video for my channel. I think everyone who watched Lord of the Rings remembers this scene, and I wanted to do this project for a very long time. But I haven't worked with epoxy resin before, and this will be my first attempt. As you may notice, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan and I have my own ring. And I wanted to make the scene when Smeagol found the ring. I'm a huge believer that Lord of the Rings trilogy is a Christmas movie, same like Die Hard or Home Alone, because the Fellowship of the Ring left Rivendell on December the 25th. So my original idea was to finish it by the Christmas. With the help of my new tool, Resin 3D printer, I printed the ring, and I used a water-washable resin that doesn't require isopropyl alcohol. Once the print was washed, I cured it with my curing machine. I made the ring a bit bigger than mine and decided not to remove words from it. I know that they are visible only if you put the ring into the fire, but how one knows that it's the one ring, if it's smooth, right? Then I cut a piece of insulation foam and applied a heavy layer of Mod Podge. The reason for this is that foam is porous and resin may leak through it. While Mod Podge was drying, I painted the ring with Mr. Color Gold color. Then I purchased a bowl of river stones and selected only dark ones, as it was in the movie. I placed them on the foam that works as a riverbed and used UV resin as a glue to glue them, as well as to glue the ring. The resin cures after a couple of seconds of using a UV light. Next step was to add sand, and I used a mix of wooden glue and water to fix it. Every river has some kind of plants, and I also purchased a cheap package of moss. Selected some small branches and fixed them with the help of the same UV glue. To create a box or mold for the resin, I cut acrylic sheet that I purchased at local hardware store and made a cube with the help of hot glue. And while I'm making the cube, please subscribe to the channel and support me on Patreon. You can use a special QR code to do it, and I will leave the link in the description. Thank you. Once the hot glue dried, I added one more layer of silicone seal, just in case if I missed some spots with the glue. And to seal it properly, I used my finger, my point finger. Now it's time for the resin. It has the resin itself and a hardener. They should be mixed with 1:1 ratio. Also, I added small amount of paint, so the resin is not fully transparent. It's supposed to be the river, remember? I mixed the resin with hardener and paint for about 5 minutes and poured it into the cube. I decided to add only 200 grams as the first portion and to wait and see if it's going to leak or no. As you can see, there are some air bubbles that I tried to remove by pressing on them. And also, just in case, I placed it into the box. Also, to remove small bubbles, I used a button torch, and be careful not to burn everything, as I did a couple of times with my moss. Then I covered it with the plastic bag and left for a couple of hours so resin can cure. Everything looked good and I added more resin and left it for the evening. Luckily, I came to check it after 20 minutes or so, and there was a disaster. I didn't know that resin becomes hot during the chemical process, and because of that the glue I used melted and all my resin was in the box. I collected it into the container, however I couldn't use it because I had to make my mold cube again. And while I was making it, everything cured. A couple of days later I started everything from the beginning. I mixed resin, added few drops of paint, poured it and waited. And waited. And waited again. And according to the instruction, resin had to cure in 3-4 hours and the full cure after 36 hours. But 2 weeks passed and it was still sticky. I tried to save the project by adding one more thin layer of resin on the top, but after a few more days it was still sticky. And I was tired of waiting and decided to open it. And as you can see, it's solid in some places and sticky in others. I think I made the errors with the mix ratio, but at the same time I weighted everything properly. In the end, I want to say that I didn't have any Christmas miracle and my project turned into the disaster. Let me know in the comments if I still can fix it and save it, or should I start it from the beginning. As usual, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press like button and leave your comments below. I read and reply to all of them. Also, if you would like to support my channel, you can do it on Patreon, where you can see my videos early. Also, I can share some interesting pictures there. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching and see you in the next, hopefully productive builds.